Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and now in this video, we will be discussing the iPhone 16 Pro, specifically its camera, for the uses of the short films and any future projects that I have on the horizon. Now, first impressions. For the past 3 years of Mob, we shot with the iPhone 13 Pro. Nick, Aaron, and I, we all had the 13 Pro. Mark had the 14 Pro, so actually some of the 14 Pro is mixed in there. So make of that what you will. Now, 3-year upgrade from 13 to 16 Pro should be a big deal, right? Well, at least for me, it was a bit of a letdown. I had higher expectations. So far working with it, fine as usual. It works like a charm, as do all Apple products that I've ever had. However, there was a slight glitch. They've patched it now, took a few updates, but they've patched it. Anytime you wanted to shoot in 4K, anything above 1080p ProRes, 4K, there was a stabilization glitch where the camera kept jerking back and forth, and it took quite a bit. I'm shocked. Apple usually is on their top of their game. It took quite a bit for them to actually fix this bug. Thankfully, it's been dealt with. But other than that, I expected more out of Apple. Now next year, potentially, from the rumors, 8K footage. Now obviously I'm going to keep this one for as long as I can. What I do is I trade in once I can get the value out of my last one, I pay it off. So I have to keep this one for at least a few more years before it's paid off on its monthly plan. This only cost me $100, so it's like a few bucks a month, something stupid like that, because I traded in the 13 Pro. That's the best way to go. You trade in when you get the best value out of your trade-in. That's when it's time to upgrade. So I will be holding on to this one for at least another 2 to 3 years. Overall, is it still an amazing smartphone camera? Yes, it is. But I was just expecting more out of it film-wise. Now that this upcoming short film is the first project that I've done on it, so maybe in the future I'm planning on making another short film and then working with Aaron on his big project later down in the summer. We will see how things go. Another key thing that I've noticed when working on my short film project, the microphones are still not there. During the presser, during the big announcement video, Apple has fantastic marketing. They hyped up everything to do with the camera, specifically the microphones, their cinematic quality, sound system, their cinematic mode, their multiple different microphone audio modes that came with the iPhone 16 Pro and the new iOS update. Don't let yourself be fooled. It will not be replacing a professional grade microphone. So if you have one of those, if you can afford one of those, I unfortunately am not in the position to buy one of those at the moment. But if you are in that position, then go ahead and feel free to do so. So far, I haven't been overly impressed by the 48 megapixel ultra wide. It lacks the ability to deal with low light environments. But other than that, it's still a hell of a camera, as iPhone cameras have been since I'd say the 11 Pro. When I started working with the 11 Pro, when Nick had that, that's when they really started to impress me with their triple camera layout. It allowed us to implement a lot of different types of shots, handhelds, the stabilization. It's gotten better over the years since we started back in the very first episode working with iPhone cameras. We used the SE. We still could shoot 4K. Surprised, I can't believe it. Back then, really blows my mind. We could shoot 4K back in 2016. They've still come a long way since then. But I was hoping for it. I just had higher expectations, and so far they have not lived up to those expectations. But here's to hope that later down the road, Apple has bigger plans for next year or the year after. Will it replace your professional camera? No, absolutely not. Is it the best thing I have for myself? Yes, it absolutely is. If you are looking to shoot projects, short films, a YouTube series on the iPhone, it has its pros and cons. I'll tell you that after using it for 8 years. But if you're asking me, is it worth it? I would say yes. It's a win-win. You get to use it for your phone, your mobile device, and it can be your camera for projects. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Hopefully did not take up too much of your time, and have a good one.